Alright guys, I got a brand new carrier that I just made for the Baja 2.0. That's the new one. The one that just came out earlier last year. This is all TPU, so it's full rubber. You can see it bends. It bends, goes back into place. Tends to be very, very durable. So we're going to be doing an install video today for you. So for anyone that gets it, knows exactly how to put it together. This is everything that comes in the kit. You got 2 straps for the tires. You got all your assortment of bolts here. It's not too many. It's very easy. Trust me, very easy. And then the tools required, this is it. 2 mil hex and a 1.5. Super easy. I'm going to be using the old DeWalt for fast action, if you will. So I already have everything taken apart. This is it. All you got to do is take out these few pieces of plastic and the whole carrier come out in one, including this bolt back here, these 2 down here. It's easy. A few of these, you can take the mud flap carrier off too. Makes it even easier. The bottom bolt included. Super easy. So I'll show you guys how to install that. That way there's no questions. And you can just get right outside and bash this thing. So let's do this. First thing you're going to want to do is take the M5 bolts here. You're going to want to thread those in here. As so. These are what holds the fuel tubes in place. And these go in by hand. They're not too tight. Okay, I'm gonna do one on each. The stainless looks pretty cool if I say so myself. Okay. And like I said, all this comes with everything to mount is included in the kit, which you'll find on the website. Okay, so then you got 2 different size hoses, a short and a long. Take the short one for the closest spot. Just slide it on here. You can bend it too. Make it easier for install. And then those just get pushed into the holes there. And then take the longer one, do the same thing. Slide it in the hole here. And then pop it over the bolt there. And that's it. These are so tight that you can zip tie them if you want, but they're pretty in place here. Other than that, that's it. So let's get on with the straps here. We'll do this because by the time you put this on, if you put the strap on down here, it's harder to get to. So I like to do it first. So you'll take your first, this is an M3 by 10. This is one of the short M3s. You can hear my daughter screaming upstairs. And you can just push those through. Get this. That on the end here. Let's see here. And I only have a small amount popping out of the end here. Just enough to throw one of the lock nuts on there. M3 lock nuts. Put it on the end like that. Perfect. Just like that. You can get a little bit of squish in there, but you don't have to kill it. But just like that. That way not too much is sticking out, but it still has a little bit of the nylon to bite onto, and then you're good. And then just do the other side. And these straps are made of the same material that the carriers are made out of. Very durable. You see they're very stretchy. Okay, get the other strap. And you can actually run these either way. It looks like this. This has the designs. All the extra fillets and such. But this, if you want to run it backwards, this has the cool diamond pattern. Totally up to you guys. And then pop that on there. Do the exact same thing we just did. If you guys don't have these hex drivers, I highly recommend them. They're so much better than using regular Allen wrenches. So much better. Okay, the other lock nut. And really, you can just hold these with your finger. It's not too tight. Just enough to keep them on there. Okay, then you got those on there. This is what you're looking like right now. Super simple. That way you don't have to try to jam your hand in there when you get to the next step. So let me throw this up here. These stands for these trucks are awesome. Same with these jack stands. Highly recommend these. So the entire rear end is taken apart. If you have a sway bar kit too, I would recommend installing this first. While it's taken apart, it'll be so much easier. These chassis braces, I have them installed on the inside, but you can also install them on the outside too. Totally up to you. I include a bunch of those nylon washers, depending on if you want to mount them which way. So that's up to you guys. But if you have the sway bar, I would mount it before you do this part. Otherwise, on to the next step. You've got, these are all M2.5s, so they're all the same, just different lengths. You have two of the long ones. You see that? These two will go down here, which if you have the limit straps that I offer, will also be used for those. So since I have the limit straps, I'm going to take nylon washer first. Put it on the limit strap here, and then I'll tip it over and show you guys afterwards. And then another nylon spacer on the inside. Thread that through the hole. And then the first one, you get your hex bit ready. I take these and I put in these two first. That way it can just kind of hang here and dangle. You don't have to worry about trying to see underneath it. So take this. Careful. And it's going into rubber that's pretty tight. You don't have to kill it. It'll just de-thread right away if you do. But I'll show you from the side what we were talking about. That's this one right here. That's the first one that we just did. That's where the long bolt goes. And I'll point out each one as we go. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side too. Whoa. Almost killed you guys. Alright, hold on. Woohoo! Just went for a ride. Okay, here we go. Quick edit. Don't worry, quick edit. Take the other long bolt, do the exact same thing on this side. If you're running the limit straps, nylon washer first, limit strap next, and then one more washer on the inside. The point is to make sure that the limit straps aren't getting cut by anything that's hard plastic. That's what all the washers are for. And throw it in here just like the other side. Through the plastic part. I'm sure most of you won't even need an install, but it was a highly requested thing for the last carrier, so I figured I'd be all weird on camera and try to show you guys how to do it. Alright. Nice. So that was, I mean, we're almost done, honestly. That was that. So that way it can swivel. And one thing that I really like is that this piece right here butts up to the top plate mount, if you will. So when it's all done, it just creates more structural integrity. Everything's touching and aligning each other. When it's all done and said, this thing is very stiff, which is awesome. Okay, so the next part, we're gonna grab these 2.5 by 12s. They're the only thing that's left other than the nuts that go with it. And then we're going to take these and these, go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side. So we'll line this up, and it's rubber, so if you need to, bend it around, do what you gotta do. It can handle it. Kinda, if you got one of these, just swivel it into place. Now let me scoot this up a bit so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So once you do that, you got it through the hole, through the chassis brace on the other side here. You see it peeking? That's where these M2.5 nuts come into play. And I actually did a recess on each mount hole so they sit flush. That way when you put in your tires, they don't get caught on bolts sticking out. So put it up like this. And then those, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but those really just slide right into place. They'll catch because these are also matching shapes, so they just right into place. Once again, you do not have to kill these, just snug enough. That way you're not deforming this, but enough where it won't let loose. So we're gonna do this 9 more times. So you can see that the nut just slid right in there. Easy peasy. Okay, do it again. And that, once you see it slide in there, you're done. You don't have to crimp it too much. Make sure it's still nice and smooth. It doesn't have to be pinched. And you'll be golden. We got one down here. If you guys don't have an electric screwdriver or something like this, I highly recommend it. It makes working on these so much easier. Okay. And then one more on this side. I really like these recesses because they make that so easy. You don't have to have any tools. You just hold it, let it catch. Boom. Boom. Okay, we'll do this side with my non-dominant hand. So bear with me. Yeah. Hold on. There it goes. Wait a second. like I said, with rubber, if you got to, just manhandle it into place. And just let it cinch tight. Boom. Finish off the rest of these 12 mil bolts. Make sure they don't roll off the table onto the carpet. Okay. All right, one more. Super, super smooth. And just pop the nuts into place. Love that. And the more I think about it, I might go to a locking M2.5, since these, I figured they'd be flush, but now that I look at it, I feel like a locking would almost be smoother, because what's sticking out would be the locking nylon part. So that'll change. Those will be locking nuts when you guys get your kits. Okay, from down here. Oh, I love that. So smooth. The left hand is not great. Okay. That is it. That is all you do. That is exactly how you put one of these kits on. So I'll show you from the side here. This was the long one, the 30 mil, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side. This one does not come out, so you don't have to worry about that one. And it's simple. They're all the same size other than this one. It's now sturdy. And you see, almost sturdier than it was before. Truly. But then when you're done with that, you can take your tire of choosing, and these are sized up for the stock tires. You drop one in, and I have 3 mounting holes this time. Let me scooch this out of the way. We got 3 mounting holes. One, two, three. Just squish the tire down as much as you want. Lower is better. Take the strap. The stock tires should sit about in the middle hole. I had a lot of people ask me about longer straps for the previous carrier. So this should allow you a slightly smaller or larger tire than the stock. I know sand paddles can be pretty thick, so hopefully the top hole will give you enough. Between the tire stretching and these straps having a little bit of stretch to them, you should be good. Then you take one of these. These are M3 by 10s. Take one of these. I said pick whatever mounting spot you want. If you want it to be super tight, if you want it to be loose, that's up to you. Okay, almost there. And these are threaded pretty tight. So I don't have a nut on the other side just because it would be kind of difficult to get to. But you guys will have to let me know. In my theory, with the tension of these straps and how it wraps around the backside, I don't think these should come out very easily. considering the strap doesn't really pull in this direction and more of this direction. But you guys will have to let me know. You know, I'm always open for conversations. If you want to email me, message me on Facebook, whatever you like, talk about it. A lot of you guys are incredible, and you give me ideas constantly on how to improve stuff. You guys are honestly phenomenal, phenomenal. I couldn't appreciate you any more than I do. But that was it. So at the end of it, this is what you got. These straps, they sit too wide now instead of the single strap before. Figured this would give you a little more bite, a little more hold. But at the end of that, you add a little bit of weight from this compared to the stock, assuming you didn't put weights into the stock carrier, just maybe 10 ounces more. But what I like is a huge selling point to me is that these tires are sitting so much lower than the fuel cell, how it was before on stock. And if you think about it, the fuel cell's empty, so that's empty weight down low. These tires are really the only thing that actually has weight to them. So getting these tires as low as possible is going to do wonders. All that weight, low down, wonders. But that's it. Thank you guys. Thank you for bearing with me on this long video. Like I said, thank you so much for the support. You guys are incredible. I love you guys. Incredible customers. Love them. Thank you.